goals, not even just one that's squeaked through, not just a Rado own goal, a Zen defensive mistake. That was nothing but Jobless's skill and determination to secure game number 3 going their way. 2-1 in the series, and as far as I can remember, chat didn't go jobless. I don't think the coin went jobless either, and all of us on the desk went for Vitality.
Well, they're unemployed, Stumpy. It's hard to really back them in. That's kind of step 1 in as a professional Rocket League unit. And maybe if they can win this series, well, the sky's the limit for this team. Only with 2 goals, and you can see how clinical they are being. Last game it was 1 shot, 1 goal. This time they were able to put 7 to the good of the shots tally for 2 goals. Vitality, 6 shots, could not land anything. Alpha in particular with 5 shots.
Yeah, pretty dreadful going when you look at it. I think Alpha wanting to make sure that his shooting is either he's trying to go for his assist by shooting close to the net and therefore it bounces out and someone else can get another shot. But the fact that the only other shot was Radosin just proves that there was no one there regardless, even if that's what he was going for. Otherwise, yeah, Jobless, a much better game compared to the Vitality side. 2 more wins and they keep their dreams and the major alive.
There he's that man, Fruity as well.
Come on out, come join us. Have a good time today.
And Jobless, well, I don't even, I was going to say they love him, but I don't know. Maybe they don't like him. Maybe there's a rift in the team. Who knows? Right now,
maybe
it's working
there's
out.
a second dartboard next to mine with Fruity's face on it. We have
Game
no
4.
idea.
Who knows what EXO's got in store, but what we do know is what he's doing on the pitch right now, and it is fantastic for Jobless. They have the lead in the series, and this could put them onto match point. It cannot be understated how important this game is, just for the momentum and to try and worry Vitality out of this one.
I mean, this series affects literally the entirety of Europe. It affects Worlds, it affects every single chance, or rather the major. It affects every single team that is watching that still has that chance. And Jobless are starting, making sure they're putting that pressure on Vitality. They've got everything to play for. Oli, awkward little touch in the back corner, but let's keep it in the corner. Double touches. Keeping Alpha at arm's length.
I like how they show the boost now.
Further down. They're thinking, Alpha, you can take 5 more shots, mate. None of them go in, and we are absolutely taking it.
Vitality look really awkward, playing so slow out of net, but we are seeing a little shift as well from Jobless. This isn't what you want. I feel like they're kind of, I don't want to say going back into their shells, but you can almost think, all right, if we just play solid here, we get this win, all of a sudden we're on match point, but they need to keep doing what they're able to produce in that game number 3. That's with EXO being aggressive and catching out the offense or catching out the defense of Vitality. Look at the ceiling touch from Radosin. He does have no boost for the follow-up, but as I said, I want to see more offense coming through from Jobless because they're giving up these touches. Zen couldn't work it around on the shot, and EXO can take it downfield.
I mean, Zen tried to get round it for the shot or the pass. Regardless, Radosin's not anywhere near the position he has to be in. Alpha is happy coming out there. He's got enough speed to return in decent time.
Ooh, just beat Zen.
He does not need a teammate. He sets himself up, says thank you very much. 1 goal Jobless.
Yeah, just delays his flip. Look at the bump coming through as well from EXO, clearing out any hope of Radosin rotating back, but only does the rest. Over the top corner. Here we go, Jobless. 3:30. They need to keep putting the foot down. We know how quickly Vitality can turn it around, but it's a great start here. Zen though with a shot on net. Great save, EXO follow up. Help defense comes through and arrives for Oli.
It's a lovely shot too from Zen. That
Figure
was
I'd give you guys some more view room.
Manages to save it away, but Radosin now taking his time as Zen is removed from the pitch with the original recipient.
Nobody
of
needs
that
to see
ball.
me and my gnarly beard.
But Oli again. The interception master. Alpha, a complete misread there, or at least going away from the ball. But as you were saying, they're slow out of net. And that just goes to confirm it even more. Miscommunications, issues. Definitely Vitality on the defense. Zen now letting that ball go low, but what does it let in? Resi to then go for more challenges.
Yeah, they're not in the Arsenal coin flow state at the moment, but this is really dangerous. You can see both the Jobless in net. Oli's in trouble. Great read though. As you said, it just feels a little bit too methodical from Vitality. Like they're not synergizing as well as we have seen. There's a great offensive set, but we're not seeing those demos get swept through that clinical nature of the best team, or at least the world champs, should I say. This isn't quite happening. Radosin having that firepower, but we're yet to really see Zen in true form.
Under half-time now. Oli trying to go for that one shot too. Alpha is going to be there to get that save away. And also the offensive push is going to start all from the bumper of his car. Ixo up to challenge. Radosin, great shot from him towards the opposite corner. A miss, hopefully, Zen was thinking from Oli. Alpha gets one central, opens it for Ixo. Ixo goes high. Oli's there, drops it low, on target. Ixo goes top corner, but the crossbar yet again dented.
It's a phenomenal player, that crossbar. Anyone that wants to work out how to defend, look up a tutorial on how to be a living, breathing post in the game, how to be a crossbar, because that thing can save some shots. Oli going to be able to clear it from Radosin, who had no boost, which is interesting, moving downfield. He's able to scoop up the 100 each, so looking to control it. He's so good using that one's experience to just get some touches, but he's not going to be able to hit that. Rezi needs to become up huge. He has done a clear that's got bounced over the top of Zen. Alpha with a follow-up,
nice.
Alpha with a shot, Alpha with a goal.
That was a good setup by them.
Sustained pressure on Vitality actually leading to a goal. Rezi, an awkward touch in the corner. Rado realises Alpha's there, and you'll see that pass time and time again. It can be dangerous if your teammate isn't present, but Alpha, on the opportunity, did find himself right place, right time. Great rotation from him. And Jobless, they were boost starved, they were awkward in their net. Opportunity, Vitality, to make sure they do not go to a serious point that they, I'm sure, were not expecting.
Oh, Radosin, if he was more straight on, would have had an open net, but all he could do is hit it to the corner as Ixo takes it out. Radosin stops the steal boost. Zen nearly gets caught out. And Alpha, the positioning from Vitality. Oh, the kick go again, just a little bit awkward. He's going to be able to leave it for Radosin, but it's not intentional, and it means the rotations are slow. Look at the fake coming through. Alpha has to bail out the team. But yeah, it's not as clinical as we saw against Oxygen and Gentlemates yesterday.
We've seen some real problems here, I think, for Vitality. They are not as robust as I think we've seen them be, especially in the last
couple. Who do we think? Jobless or Team Vitality?
They're the only team so far to be
Jobless red,
for a reason.
laughing emoji, crying
pretty much
emoji.
every single front.
Team Vitality.
You can just see a few touches where they're going,
or blue.
Someone takes it, stuffed up. Ixo takes it up. Going to go to the corner though, not going to find a direct line to net. Radosin, nice patience from him, has a lot of boost, gets at around 2. He's only going to find Rezi. Pre-jump comes through from Alpha. He was up so early on that, but not quite seeing the follow. The bounce dribble is only going to be in the hands of that man Zan. Where did it only come from? Overtime would be nice to Jobless. Like, can they steal it?
2v1.
Back. He's only got a corner boost. Rezi
oh, and they got it in.
Woo! Might just steal this game and might move on to match point.
Oh, he missed.
Bigger brains get more goals.
Oh, he got him.
Absolutely missiles himself towards Alpha. Rezi with a relative opener. 3 seconds remaining. And Jobless moving on towards that series point.
Oh, they've gone the double kick off, the triple kick off.
Done it.
Just killed on the ground. 3-1-2 Jobless. And ladies and gents,
I'll tell you what.
timeout instantly called, instantly confirmed.
I think Zen has passed his peak now.
Look, right. I want to give a chance here for anybody in chat. If you genuinely predicted and you thought Jobless take this series, just put a me smiley face. Me smiley face. You did it. You know, you get to be proud of yourselves, but only if you actually predicted Jobless at the start. Thank you.
Well, no one did. So what I'm going to ask them during this timeout, because you know people want,
people did,
me to. Oh.
Look at them all. So many people predicted Jobless. Are we the idiots?
Well, spill. People want, you know, analysis during this timeout. So I want to throw it to the chat as well. Those watching live, perhaps those in the comments if you're watching in post. In 25 words or less, how did Vitality come back into
We'll go get a bone? We'll go get bones.
We'll read out the best one.
I don't think we will. I think right now there's a lot of people in a legal team for a certain multi-billion-dollar company that would really not want us to read anything verbatim from Twitch chat.
We're not getting any confirmation on that, but you know, again, Twitch chat, they're very smart, intellectual. They are all SSL ranked and could all beat Radosin in a 1v1 according to the comments. So
I think they could. But look, right, Vitality on a serious note need to buck up their ideas. You see this sometimes when you've got a team who, yes, they've qualified for Worlds, qualified for the Major, and they can get a little bit lax. You see it especially the winner's tilt from Worlds when you win an event and then you go on and you don't end up doing anything from that point onwards. BDS and Vitality have done it to an extent. G2 have historically done it as well. They haven't even attended the Major yet, and it already feels like they're in that mindset of you know what? I'm not quite at the position where we want to be pushing as hard as we possibly can. Whereas Jobless, they are like a dog with a stick, and they are sprinting around going crazy, needing to get this win.
Yeah, and right now it's like a little dash hound with an enormous stick taking up the entire footpath, knocking over people. That's what it is. If they can take down the enormous scalp of Team Vitality, the world champs who really have been looking fantastic so far. You look at yesterday, I mean, we're looking at recent form. Took down Oxygen, took down
Game
Heroes.
5.
What did Jobless do?
Go.
I mean, they were just, they were looking for a job. They were looking for employment yesterday. Scraped their way through out of the Swiss stage, and now have 3 chances to take down Vitality here. 3-1 up in the series.
Triple match point is outrageous, but it is so well earned for this team. Resi from that back corner wanted to alleviate this Vitality pressure as soon as he can, although realistically that Vitality pressure has not been that deadly. Ixo receiving a pass from Oli.
I agree.
And again, the word is ambition that we're looking at for Jobless right now, and their determination has been pulling them through this series. That's a shot! That's on target! It's Oli again, just not leaving the orange half.
Well, I mean, what has happened here, Radosin?
You have so much boost, Radosin!
He had a full moon. He had an entire moon. A solid. It was full. The sky was lit up with boost. And he's done nothing with it. He just didn't see him coming. He turned underneath the ball. And perhaps no game audio, perhaps didn't flick the right stick around, no awareness, didn't turn off camera, ball cam. And that is the worst possible goal to concede off the timeout as well. After you've had a chat, Fairy Peak running them through all the necessary procedures. They're 1-0 down.
I mean, Radosin with 100 boost got outpaced by a player with none. Like, the positioning, the decision making was just shocking. And that is now Vitality chasing with 4 minutes left. Zen has to push his way back, and that absolute boomer just finds his way home.
Oh, they just pushed up way too high. You can see Zen third man. Look how close he is. Where's he going? There's no one back at all for Vitality. Structurally, they're usually so on song. And Zen, of all people, has made an enormous mistake, giving up 2 freebies off the timeout and are 3 minutes 40 away from being eliminated in the quarterfinal.
In his first 90 seconds, it's worst case scenario for Vitality. Oli, though, with a miss. There's Resi with 100.
By the way, I'm just trying to work on some things while the stream's open, but I figured I'd throw this up while the live's open, so at least we can watch something.
Is stunning. Ixo and Alpha both shying away from
Except I'm not very talkative.
You can see how comfortable Ixo is, though. He said, Rotto, you want to play? Let's tango. You want to dance? Let's dance. Alpha said no thanks, and Ixo said, Rotto, I'll get back in net. 2 goals still to the good of Jobless, and this is a great touch from Oli again. They're slow to get back. Alpha on the backboard will be able to scoop it up, travel it, transition it downfield to Radosin, who gets the pop back to Alpha, back to Radosin, back to Alpha, back to Radosin, and back to nobody. So Oli gets the touch.
His first 2 minutes have been exactly what Jobless needed, especially after that Vitality timeout as well. The morale of Vitality could not have been higher, I think, in that moment in this series at least. And yet, again, no respect. Jobless don't care. They're here to get a job done. Zendo removing one. Rado drops in low. Alpha's there to shoot. It is one brought back, and you see Radosin light up on the camera.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Can we get a comeback?
Drop down there from Radosin.
Team Vitality
just finds the opening, squeezes it in between 2 of the defenders. Top left-hand side. Back to 2-1. It's not quite panic stations just yet. They've done enough to steady the ship for now, but they still need to find one more.
We hit half-time in game number, what is this, 5 now. The 3 match points, the series points that Jobless have got, but Zen taking over. Bumps Oli, Resi's there. Oli, though, taps it back towards his own net. Ixo, incredible positioning, and saves the blunder coming in for his teammate.
A little bit of a whiff for Alpha, though. Another shot. Oh, Ixo's just got to stay down there. It was a disrespectful positioning, and it almost paid off. Down the other end now, Alpha off the ceiling. He's just lost it, but managed to find a dunk on 2. Radosin, how's your placement? How
Zen!
How about the equalizer for Vitality?
That's what they needed.
What a play from Alpha,
and it
though.
was only 30 seconds after we were looking back and thinking, oh, maybe not. But Radosin sends it central. Zen slams it home, middle of the net. Bullseye for the young gun.
Yeah, if that was me, I would have put it straight off the crossbar back into my own net. So he's done so well to get up. A quick infield pass.
Yeah, just like me.
Oh,
right in!
Since 2019, and he's pulled it out in It's Vitality to get the lead back.
A stunner! Unbelievable!
What a
Ixo
pinch.
has taken this opportunity to maybe the glimmer of making the major and is running with it.
I mean, what a disrespectful way to get the lead back. Just when Vitality might have some momentum, and they could score again here, but Ixo, with so much aggression, he's been the hero.
They got no
and look at
boost.
the bumps coming through. Redosin's in massive trouble. He had a pre-flip off the post, did really well in the end. There's a lot of boost for Vitality to work it out, but Jobless, as I said, that is such a good goal to get. Sometimes it's just your day, and it was almost his moment there. Ixo off the ceiling, doesn't quite get that touch.
Final 90 seconds is going to be gigantic for the landscape of Europe. 80 now, Oli to challenge Alpha. Rezi patient on the backboard, drops down, great positioning. Rezi now from the backboard, sends it along the midfield. It's going to see him challenge versus Redosin, gets it round one. Oli goes away from the ball, leaves Ixo in a 2v1. How does he do?
It's important to note as well, with this minute left, as Vitality need one, they're actually not fully locked in for Worlds yet, so they're not just playing for chocolates and a bit of prize money, as we said at the start. There's some points in seeding, everything's still on the line. They're only at so far, and they get a well and truly necessary goal back. 52 seconds left, we're back to 3-3.
That's a great point. Yeah, I misspoke earlier. Vitality, they need to win this series, and then they'll find themselves at Worlds. That is their win condition, to make sure that they lock in the last 2 lands of the season. Jobless are currently playing spoiler to that, but an equalising goal with it remaining still gives Vitality that hope.
Is there any more magic coming through for Jobless for Ixo? What have they got? 50 by Zen. A lot of aggression. Rezi's in big trouble. He's done well to recover though. He's dodged the bump. And he's found Ixo downfield, who can get a nice flick across to Oli. What a touch from Alpha. You could see the shot was going to be huge there, but didn't quite come through. Rezi trying to get the kick out. Does, but just a little bit close on the follow. They don't get the shot on. They're still pushing forward. They're looking for bumps. They're dancing around him. Ixo trying to pitch it through. 18 seconds. Feel like Jobless want to close this out. They don't want this overtime. They've got a lot of pressure.
It's a great challenge midfield. Ixo shuts it down before that attack really becomes an issue. Zen central. Rado's there. Goes high with it. The double tap chance. Zen is then back for the 1-2. Redosin wants to go ceiling. Central. Ball instead just goes to the ground. Overtime. Jobless, an opportunity
a little bit of OT.
Vitality and crush their world's hopes for now. The kickoff. It's what they rehearse for these moments, and Vitality keep themselves safe.
Johnny Boy punching the air, punching his desk right now. Only turns upfield, doesn't turn net. They don't cover the short cheat.
All right, we're going to game 7.
And we have a game win for Vitality. They claw
or game
back.
6.
We will head to Neo Tokyo. Jobless, only 2 more chances now. That felt like the golden opportunity. They were in front. They just gave it away.
We see teams as well get to these moments and they change how they play. Jobless cannot do that. If they start to sit back and be more passive, that's GG's for them. They will be done. Vitality will be able to come out and win. They need to make sure they're still going for these shots that are out of nowhere. Ixo with that pinch was incredible. Oli from the back corner, just sending it long, turning on Redosin a couple of times too. Making sure that they do not have those opportunities to sit comfortable. Because Jobless, that has been their bread and butter so far.
Yeah, it was a huge game from Oli, but on the other hand, Alpha 54 stepping up with a hat-trick of his own. He has been a little bit quiet so far in this series, but there was a time where
perfect kickoff, man.
I mean, look at that. It's textbook. They've scored 3 kickoff goals now in this series. Vitality, we saw 2 earlier on, and now they get another one to the good.
About to head to game
6. No, I guess
Vitality take it to game 7
to keep themselves alive in the tournament.
There is, of course,
also just found out that T Vitality also hasn't even made the quals yet.
So they can secure it today to then make Worlds. Vitality have still got lots of other avenues. Of course, they're going to be going to the London Major. That's going to pretty much get them there as well. But Jobless, still, their job is to win.
It's a nice 50 from Rezi, who's going to jump up again, and double commit comes through. Oli backs off, hands underneath the ball. More 50s. The low 50 game is back for Jobless. Sort of been their trademark, particularly from Ixo, trying to force the aggression. A little bit of offense coming through. Oli gets demoed. Alpha, beat that solo play. He's going to find a Redosin pre-jump from Ixo. He's lost it. Could the fake come through? The fake come through. Oli's ready for both. Covers everything. Could have definitely been a goal there for Vitality, if not for the superb defense.
I tell you what though, seeing it from that position, you think, yeah, that's obviously going to be a fake. Oli has no idea. He has to cover 2 angles, and he does so. The defense is outstanding so far from Jobless. Oli sending it over. Nobody following. He just goes straight back to Zen. Actually takes a shot very high up with support in the backboard. I'd back him. Just take a shot on the net there and force them down and make it awkward.
Rezi launches it, and oh no, that's probably a good pass.
Oh!
He's just caught it in front of net.
I missed
he
it.
just sits downfield and camps up the campfire, sets up the barbecue,
Oh no!
and cooks them.
Utter disrespect. That is an outrageous.
So what's our thoughts about Zen?
For a player having the series of his life against one of the greatest teams in the world, against one of the best defenders this game has ever seen, and he cooks him.
Zen had no idea, or he might have
Also,
had
if you
some
are
idea,
new to the
but
stream,
Ixo
please
was
hit
just
that
too
like, follow,
quick.
and subscribe
The
button.
pre-jump in the end
Every little
was
bit helps
possible
out.
for full vitality.
We'll
The
be doing
skin
some watch
off the
parties,
car
some,
ended up
you know,
straight in Ixo's
follower
lap.
/
Great
subscriber
goal there, and,
games, as
you know, if
well
you like
as
Jobless, it's easy to say that you don't want Game 7. Of course,
some
you'd rather win in
tourneys.
Game 6,
And I would
but
like to do some prize
against
giveaways,
this
so
vitality, they're so clutch in the big games. Got to hold on here. They lost it in game number 5. They've got the lead. They need a lock, batten down the hatches right now, but these demos, these bumps are going to be pretty tough to deal with. You can see Radosin circling, looking for something. He's got to find the ball now off the side, off the corner. Ixo needs to defend, and look at this. They're getting that one-touch stuff in. They're instantly looking for a bump.
ugh.
I mean, bear in mind that Jobless, they had that 2-goal lead with 2 minutes remaining. Resi, they're going for this chance to try and make it that 2-goal lead yet again. And before Jobless lost it from that position, they cannot let that happen again if they can get into there. They need to make sure that they are staying extremely vigilant, no matter what the scoreline is.
So tries to get it to the 50. He's going to lose it back corner, which will help out Rezi. No boost. Alpha looking for bumps. He has found one. Radosin wants in, but again, the rotation's coming through. Rezi
got a
looks
beat.
at the pop, gets it over the top. Alpha has to go. It's just going to be off the backboard. Tries to catch and go again with a reset to Zen. Ixo right there. He has just been the intercept man for Jobless. Rezi, what can he do? He's going to take it low. Looks for the pop. Zen gets the 50. Jobless keeping this ball in the right end. This is how they want to play it. Don't want to have to play constant defense against the world champs.
They've got that halfway line now. We saw just how sketchy Jobless did become and how much Vitality turned it on from this point. So Jobless, you would expect them to do the exact same thing again here on Neo Tokyo. Oli, though, getting a couple of demos to his name. Sent long, Zen to collect. Rezi can block him out.
Alpha, not quite get that one to work. And look at Rezi underneath again. Left support in the midfield, goes for the reset. Radosin, happy to clear it to the side for Zen, who just launches it downfield.
It's a scary moment, though, as you see a couple of players actually going for the commit on it. Rezi takes it low, can get the challenge and the control. Zen low on boost, Rezi, and Oli with a lot. This is good boost advantage coming in, and Oli, Predator missile, going straight for the attacking player.
It's a great bump as well, and a great pass to Zen, who's going 50s again. So many low 50s in this series. Really gets the touch, gets bumped off it, however. Radosin stealing all the boost, getting an early pop. They are very low here, Jobless. They're going to have to hang on because all of Vitality have 100 boost.
Oli, though, with 100 boost for himself, shoots on target, just wide, in fact. 2 players did manage to find themselves back. We approach 1 minute remaining. Ixo with a challenge. Oli with the backflip, goes low then with a challenge versus Zen. Rezi has to avoid a bump and then get the ball, takes it to his own corner, can then take over. But Zen, he has got no time for these fancy tricks. He needs to get rid of these players, and they need a goal fast.
They're running it back. They don't want to score. It's a clear directive here from Jobless. Happy to take the 1-0.
Is Jobless going to take the
45 seconds
series?
left. All they need to do is keep it out there. If they can keep going for some fakes, but Vitality, they're going to throw everything at this last 30.
Hearts in their mouths, Vitality are needing to get this win. Jobless, anything to secure it themselves. Alpha, right-hand wall, sees a player central. It's Radosin. Just a reset.
Whoa!
Ixo, gorgeous save from the post.
Oh, Zen in!
Goal and equalizer for the Golden Hornets.
All right.
Phenomenal save, but you've got to back it up and do it again. 4
Chance
seconds
for a
later,
game
Radosin
7 after all.
Straight to Zen, perfect pass, and an even better shot. Vitality keep on clutching up at the death.
But the kickoff, we saw what they did previously for a couple of other goals. It's going to be another intelligent one. Rado ends up getting it towards that back right-hand side. Zen with 100 boost. Challenges with Oli. Taking his time, heads backwards himself. 100 boost, that back corner. A lot of pressure on these players. Flick high, Alpha to save.
Double commit comes through, whoever they A little bit worried about that one. 7 seconds. Are we going to get another overtime? Are we going to get Vitality magic off the kickoff again? Oli's just looking for the pass, looking to get it around Alpha. 50 comes through.
Oh.
Radosin up in the air. Does Oli want the ground? He's going to stay behind it.
Yeah.
He wants OT. We do get it. Game 6. Vitality win. We get another champ field. Or can Jobless play a massive upset?
Sam kickoff Alpha, the immediate double demo as well. Rezi is left on his own. And again, more defense just coming out so strong from the Jobless player. Alpha long back into the opposite half. And now we finally get more than 3 seconds in overtime in this series.
Huge pinch. Rezi does well to just get a touch on it. Looking to land, but Radosin takes it back. To that man Zen, early flick. Look at the space he's got to work with as well. Oli has to back off. He's going for the air dribble. Cringe as Rezi helps out Oli in there. He'll be happy that he had a teammate to support there.
And he only managed to dodge him as well, so credit to that defense regardless. But yeah, having that teammate back up gives you a little bit more leeway. Eats has to pump this from the backboard, does so. Oli is nearly found, but Alpha getting caught, catching that ball. Oh. Zen, brilliant block. Nearly takes that shot on target, just goes high. Ixo looks to see Oli. Central takes it low himself. Central again, Alpha to catch. It's going to be a 1v1, gone just wide of the net. First minute elapsed, and it has been extremely close both ways.
Yeah, they're winning this midfield game though, Vitality. You can just see the space they're getting, how Oli has to back off. The demo's coming through. He's got to wait for support in behind. He's got to wait for his teammates to respawn. Zen throws it across. This time there's no one home for Vitality, looking to push forward. Who's going to be that player to take the game by the scruff of the neck? Look to play offense. It's a whifty in the corner. You can see the pressure coming through, the bumps on Alpha. Ixo, he's trying to carry it around. He's been the hero, faking everyone out. Over to Rezi, Jobless.
You got it up over Zen with the reset.
Oh, so well, every touch, so much value on it.
A tantalizing float in front of the goal there from Rezi. Just only couldn't find his way in. Intelligently does not snap at anything he is not certain is going to be a good chance at a goal. Ixo now with relatively low boost has to force the ball over towards Zen. Rezi, the good defensive block. 2 minutes in this overtime, and Jobless attempting to take down a French Titan, as Endpoint couldn't do versus BDS earlier.
You don't want to give this much space to Zen. He's got around one with ease. He's going to get a reset as well. Takes all three to get the save, which means
and shot. Oh my goodness.
Another game 7.
All right.
The sheer audacity.
Game 7, here we come.
Try and push and succeed. They managed to go again with another late goal. Gets a goal in overtime, and Rezi confirming we get a timeout for Jobless in the chat. And interestingly as well, Jobless, with their early game leads, released their first goal scored. Out of their 23 games they've played this event so far, CJ, they've scored first in 22 of them. They just don't concede first, but we see the losses that they still manage to sustain. Something is not going quite right at every single turn for them. Regardless, they get to Game 7 versus Vitality when they were 3-1 up. It's going to be an interesting timeout.
They don't concede first, but they're really good at conceding last, unfortunately, so far. As soon as the game goes to overtime, you can just see how much space there is on the pitch, just the difference in gameplay compared to regulation. And Jobless, they just back right off. You just cannot give Zen that kind of space. And when he gets to work, you can see there, they gave him space, they all backed off. He beat 3 off the dribble. Got the pop over the top, the reset on the backboard, forced 3 members, everyone on Jobless to commit. And that means Radosin can secure the open net. Zen with a tap in. But Game 7, they have all the momentum here, Vitality. This is where Fruity...
By the way, if it is your first time to the stream, be sure to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated.
And not earning the bit. This is
Help
where he gets all the respect.
Yeah, a little bit of prize money, maybe.
You want to see some content? Hit up those messages.
Maybe. I'm very intrigued as
to
see
know what you'd like to
Jobless
see.
are going to be actually talking about in this overtime, because they've got the game plan down. They've got the aggression. They've got the no respect. Zen standing up, going to his open window, breathing in all of that French air, and making sure that he fills himself with the passion of his country, of his nation. That's enough of that. Get rid. Windows closed. Back to game morale.
He closed his cord on the window. That could have been absolute disaster coming through. The headset nearly got thrown out the window as well. And he's got some fresh air. He's feeling good. I like that. Just a little bit of a mental reset. Stand up. set yourselves back into this game. Game 7 again. Another one that I'm here for. It's been a long day so far. Two series in.
Yeah, mate, you've done 14 games in a row.
Yep. It's what do you want?
Right, here we go. I just want to make sure that people know they've done 14 in a row, but this is just the 7th. Vitality and Jobless. If Vitality go through, it's worlds for them. If Jobless go through, their hopes of the major. They stay alive. Job is not done though. Regardless, it is the biggest game that we could have asked for here in Europe when it comes to these major permutations.
Oh,
yeah, if you're looking at
what a save.
Percentage likelihood now, 3
So
games,
there.
2 games in a row for Vitality and the Game 7 and the overtime confidence. You'd have to think they're pretty healthy favourites in this one, but doesn't Champfield throw up some interesting things sometimes? All about who can strike first. A lot of demos, a lot of pressure. Vitality keeping up the aggression. They're really a team that, as you said, they can
Oh,
play
that was
the same
almost
no matter
dirty.
the situation, and they're showing it right here.
Vitality with that chance of Worlds need a couple more results to go their way if they're going to be able to do it after winning this series. But they've got the offense starting off very strong. Rado has to now track back, beat any player to the ball that he can. Rizzy removing Alpha from the pitch. First minute elapsed, and it has been that aggression from Vitality that has been the difference maker that in previous games they did not have the opportunity to go for. Getting that unbelievable air dribble bump crew.
And it's just in.
With an opener and giving just the 2nd opening goal to the opposition versus Jobless this entire tournament so far.
Zen's cooking, but it's inexcusable for mine. You just cannot give him that much space. Look how late Oli jumped as first man to challenge. And all he did was just basically, he was the cameraman for the air dribble underneath. He had a great angle, actually, for the montage, but
Oh!
There it is.
It does make up for it. The defense is questionable, but the offense, you cannot doubt this team. So good statistically in the Swiss stage and now in the playoffs.
Oli does it all himself as well. It was 12 seconds off the kickoff. And he
Just did it
manages
dirty.
to
It's like
scoop
he's
it
a good
round,
cameraman.
gets it through that back corner, muscles it through Zen. No amount of fresh air buff is going to be enough for him. And we are tied level yet again.
He got a bit of a freebie there as well, he came at the best possible time, similar to what happened before, but Alpha has space now again. There needs to be an earlier challenge.
Oh!
This man will reset, double touch on your head.
Explosions on the cameras as well from Zen 2. What a reset. Going for the double. Dead center of the net, and that is Alpha 54
That was
on
a beautiful
a
shot.
It was another case of they just have to pre-jump those air dribbles way earlier. It's too late. They've got to trust the teammate in behind to get the touch. So right now, that aggression we saw, who was the catalyst for that, it's gone away in the last 3 games, and we're seeing it here on Champfield again. Still a lot of time left, but if they keep giving these easy chances to Vitality, this lead can get blown out.
Jobless actually have a 0% win rate in games that they don't score first in this entire event. So it's not looking great for them. And that is going to be the near 3rd goal coming in. Ixo dives in front heroically to clear the save away.
Yeah, do not tell them that, whatever you do. That's not the...
I've already DM'd it to Fruity.
Now, there you go. That's
Sorry. Well done, mate.
well done. Oli tries to get the pre-flip. No boost for him. Jobless. Have to get to work now. Still a lot of time left. It's down the right end. Prezzi's just from everyone. How on earth? He's just pulled up the bulldozer and gone straight through the back line.
Steamrolling the defense. 1 man, 2 man. Rezzy doesn't care. It's a left-right good night. Ixo to finish it off with a jab. Equalised again. Game 7, halfway through. This game is going to come down to a hair.
I'm sure his first name is Chad, but we're going to have to check his Wikipedia after this. Phenomenal stuff there. And again, they find a goal out of nothing. It's so unusual. It's not quite the prettiest of goals, but...
That's where Oli's came from earlier as well, though, when he just muscled it through.
They all look the same on the scoreboard. That's what they say. It doesn't matter. Alpha's double touch, or how about you just bulldoze your way through? Both are a goal, and now the game's tied up. Game 7, just over 2 minutes left. Jobless will be lucky they're still in this, but they get a chance still to create a massive upset. They can forget about the past 2 games. Everything reset here on Champfield.
I mean, right now, we're seeing Jobless control their own destiny, and they're doing a brilliant job at that. Game 7 electric so far. Ixo challenging versus at the top. There's Rezzy on for an open net as well. Grado, head in hands. What went wrong?
What on earth happened?
Where is he? Why is he there? He's gone on his holidays.
Massive, uncharacteristic mistakes and just not being aware of how, I guess, the speed from Jobless, but he was inside. It's not like he was behind or above or was in his blind spot. He was directly in front of him. And somehow not quite ready for the speed. Another bump comes through. Another
open again.
Gonna get back in time. Zen has to hustle. He can't even get there. 2-goal lead for Jobless.
What
2-goal lead.
just
Redoson
happened
has to
there?
take that touch fine, but the demo is instrumental. You see Zen having to do anything to get back after that agonizing 3 seconds. Sees the ball floating towards his own net. We've seen Vitality come back 2 goals in 2 minutes. Jobless need to make sure that does not happen again.
Well, it has been the perfect kickoff so far. That is one of Vitality's weapons. 90 seconds now. Resi with boost. Gonna be able to get a nice first touch on it. It's phenomenal, actually. He's got a reset as well, and he's got to fake it out. Alpha with 100 boost. Looks for the shot, misses. Oli just works it around. Redoson, who's gone for the pre-jump. Zen misses the second touch as well. And things are starting to get desperate.
It's more time, though, burning off the clock. Since I said that there was 2 minutes that Vitality had, it's now only 1 minute. Oli trying to challenge us, keep that ball in the opposite half. Ixo going central with it, blocking out Redoson. Redoson, though, taking his time. Resi bumped away from it. That ball now central. Oli, right-hand wing. Send it long. Get it out of range of Vitality.
50 seconds, Zen missing the touch. Resi just launches it downfield. Great demo from Zen, but we are seeing coverage coming through from Jobless. What a fake from Oli. Oh, he's just so poised. He's got a one-on-one with Zen. He tries to bump him. Zen defends well, but they need it down the other end. He's looking for something. Oli coming up huge again. Alpha launching it downfield. They have to get it go right now with the reset, with the follow-up, but it is just too much at the moment.
Right now, it's just not happening for Vitality. A demo from Alpha. You have to think that's some rage being let out on the pitch. Alpha dropping low. Redoson to receive instead. Blocked out by Ixo. Only 15 seconds remaining. And Jobless, having come from the job center to becoming architects of their own future, keep their major hopes alive with the destruction of Vitality.
Well,
they absolutely broke their hearts. They took them all the way to Game 7. They let them get back in the series.
All right.
Only to let them down again.